It's time for Super Kids again. Let's start with some rhyming words. We need to put a J in the front of these words instead of the first consonant, and then we'll get a word that rhymes with these words that starts with the letter J, with the just sound. Ready? G-a-t, get. Now, put a J right here and try that. Ready? J-a-t, jet. Jet and get rhyme. See if you can do the next one yourself. H-a-g, hug. Now, put a J here and keep the a-g part. What word did you say? Jug. Say the two words together again. Hug, jug. We're on the next one. M-a-st, must. Now put the J there and keep the a-st part. And you have, yes, just. Must, just. Write down here, h-a-m, ham. And now put that J in there, and you get j-a-m, jam, ham, jam. We're right here, b-a-m-p, bump. Now the J there, jump, bump, jump. And the last one, p-a-k. Remember, C and K together make the K sound only one time. So let's try that again. P-a-k, et. Pack-et. Did you notice it has two parts? Those two parts are each called a syllable. Let's do it one more time. Packet. Packet. Now, you want to put a J here, and you will get, right, jacket. So packet, jacket. You probably were in your packet so that you have your things so that you were ready for this lesson. Now, time for dictation is next. You are starting a new week, so you want to get your paper like this and put your name on the top line. And then I will tell you some words and you want to write them down. If you need to pause anytime during this part, go right ahead and pause so you can get the whole word written down. You want to write one letter for each sound. Ready? Rob. B. Rob. Second word, jump. J-a-m-p. Jump. Next word, lump. L-a-m-p. Lump. And the last word, j-a-b. Job. Did you notice that some of those words rhyme? I bet you did. Rob and job rhyme. They have the same sounds in the middle and the end. And lump and jump. Good job. You are now ready for learning about the stuff on pages 28 and 29. So you want to have your book open to pages 28 and 29. And they look like this. So you want to be on that page. But then we are going to talk about this first before you write anything in your book. Okay? And what Etta Betta is talking about here, she calls lip, lip, flips. Lip flips. Lip flips kind of make your tongue do funny things. And so some people call them tongue twisters because it makes your tongue do strange things, and sometimes you don't say the words that are there. And I have a couple up here, and we'll try to say these together. You might not be able to read all these words, but I will point to them and we'll say the whole sentence about 4 times. And then if you want to try it more by yourself, you can pause the video and try it again. It is a little bit tricky. Ready? She sells seashells by the seashore. Do you notice that there's SH makes the sh sound? There's a lot of SHs in here, and there's a lot of S's in here. And that's what makes it a lip flip, when it has similar sounds in it, and that's what makes it a little bit tricky. Let's do the sentence one more time. She sells seashells by the seashore. One more time. Let's see if we can go a little bit faster. That's what happens when you want to do a tongue twister or a lip flip. You want to see if you can go faster. And I know you guys like to go fast. So let's try it. Ready? She sells seashells by the seashore. One more time on fast. Can you turn up the speed? Let's do it. She sells seashells by the seashore. Ooh. Can you do it even faster yet? Pause the video and see if you can do it faster than that. Did your tongue get twisted up? Did your lips flip a little bit? It could be. That's what happens sometimes when you do these. That's why they call them lip flips or tongue twisters. We're on the bottom now, and this one I think is even more tricky than she sells seashells by the seashore. This is unique, and unique means it's one of a kind, like you are unique, and I am unique because God made us all special, right? Now, the next part is New York. So unique, New York, it kind of has the same sounds, but in a different order. Okay, so let's try it again. Unique, New York. Unique, New York. Unique, New York. See if you can say that even faster. Can you do it? Try it at home. Pause the video. Sometimes when you say this fast, it doesn't come out like unique New York because they have similar sounds. And that's why they call it a lip flip. The next thing we're going to learn about is a new word. And I'm going to write the word up here. And it is what we call a memory word or a sight word. Let's try to sound it out first and see if it sounds like anything you know. Okay? S-A-I-D. Sa'id. Sa'id? Have you ever heard of that? I haven't either. So, the A and the I have the S sound like a short E. You'd think they would have spelled it that way, but they don't. So, this word is said. Like Alice said, let's go for a walk. Said. So, said, it lets you use the exact words that somebody had just been talking and had just used. So that is why I'll show you on the next page. There we go. Now this says, Mrs. Epley said, when you use the word said, it's kind of like you are using a speech balloon, and the words that are inside the speech balloon are next after the word said. And so you remember what a speech balloon looks like? It's kind of like a circle. And then it has a little pointy part that comes down and it goes by the person who's talking. Okay, so Mrs. Epley said, and then there's a comma, which is a little line that comes down below the chocolate line, starts above the chocolate line, goes below. And then there's these two little things up on the top called quotation marks. Can you say quotation marks with me? Say it again. Quotation marks. Quotation marks go on the outside of the words that are the exact words that somebody is saying. And so this is what I said. I said lip flips are fun. Then there's a punctuation at the end, and I put an exclamation mark there because I think lip flips are really fun. I hope you do too. And then there's those little lines again called quotation marks. So we have a comma here, quotation marks here, then the exact words I said, then you need some other punctuation at the end, and I used an exclamation mark. You can also put a period there or a question mark there if you're asking a question. And then you need the little quotation marks again at the end. So the exact words I said are in the middle. And this is the new word, said. Let's do it one more time. Mrs. Epley said, lip flips are fun. Now, we're going to have Mrs. Karen talk too. And she is going to use that same word again. She's going to use the word said. And then we have a comma here and exclamation marks at the beginning. And then also at the end. And do you notice we have a period there and not an exclamation mark or a question mark? You need some kind of punctuation. Punctuation are those little lines and dots that we use in there to tell us, they're kind of like traffic signs. So they tell you what to do when you're reading. Okay? So let's start down here. Mrs. Karen said, and notice we have a comma and quotation marks, lip flips can also be called tongue twisters. Some of these words are words that you haven't learned yet, and that's okay. You can just try to say them with me. Let's say it one more time. Mrs. Karen said, lip flips can also be called tongue twisters. Just like I told you earlier. And so the word said means that it's going to be the exact words that somebody is saying. Like if you would put it in a speech balloon. And so that's why we are going to look at pages 28 and 29 next. I'm going to move the camera so you can see my book. And I want you on page 28. And we're going to read what Adabetta says first. Right here. Please do it with me. I like lip flips. Sounds like she is on the same page with me. She likes lip flips just like I like lip flips. And so Adabetta kind of likes puzzles and games, so this would be something she would like. Now, this one's Tick. Let's see what Tick says. Big bugs sip, pop. Big bugs sip, pop. Did you notice there are lots of B's and some G's and lots of P's down here? So that's how it makes it a lip flip or a tongue twister, because you have similar sounds in there. Let's see what Talk says. Quick ducks quack. Similar sounds again. Next one. This word is a little hard. Let's do the first part first. Lev, 11. So 11 is a number that is 2 ones. It comes right after 10. And then lemons. 11 lemons. Has a lot of the same sounds in it also. And we're going to go straight across onto the next page, and it says twins spin. Twins spin. Notice they have similar sounds again there. And that was by Cass. And last is Sal. And he says, crabs grab rabbits. One more time. Crabs grab rabbits. Ooh. So they have some cool things in their speech balloons. And notice on the bottom, they have the word said, and then the words that are in the speech balloon, right up here, are now in with the quotation marks, right? And when they write like this on the bottom here, that's called dialogue. Can you say that with me? Dialogue. So when you're writing a story, sometimes it's fun to use dialogue because it tells you what the person is saying. So let's read the first one first. Etta Betta, what's that word again? You're right, said, I like lip flips. And so that's exactly what she said up here inside the speech balloon. And these are her words. And remember, those are called quotation marks. Let's say that again. Quotation marks. Now, down here, do you notice they have the word said in blue? That means you need to do what? You are right. Trace those letters. So you're going to trace those letters, trace these letters. What do you think you have to put in there? Perfect. The word said here again. And then same thing over here. You need the word said again and one more time. How many times do you see the word said on this page? Let's count on these two pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You'll have the word said 6 times. And you'll notice that the word said is in pink up here because that's the new memory word. And we're learning about quotation marks, so those are also in pink. Now, what you have to do is look up here and figure out who said it. And then you'll just write the word said. And then you can read all of these. And do you notice there are some pictures over here? So you want to make sure you have page 29 by itself. So you lift that up and get all the other pages over here. So all the pages are over here. Only one page over here. You're going to cut right here first. And then cut way over here next. This, of course, is after you've written said. Traced all the saids. So you probably want to pause, do the saids. Then you're going to cut there. And then you want to cut on the blue lines. You're going to cut all these apart. Then you want to make these like sticky notes where you can see underneath. So you're just going to put a little strip of glue across the top and then put the picture over the words so that you can have the right picture with the right words. So this says big bugs sip pop. Let's look at the pictures and we'll see if we can figure out which one would be bugs sipping pop. What do you think? Oh, here they are. What kind of bugs are those? Perfect. Ladybugs. And they have some pop. And these are not ladybugs or any kind of bugs. So it has to be this one. So you're going to take this one. You're going to put one little strip of glue right here and then set the top on there so that you can flip it up like a sticky note and then read the words underneath. So you're going to do that for all of those. So you should have the word said here, then cut out all the pictures and make them kind of like sticky notes right above there. And you can pause the video right now and do that, or you can listen to the directions for what else you need to do today. You will have handwriting also today, and the handwriting is right here, and I will take a picture of that, and that will be on your email to your parents. And also, you need to do a journal today. And the journal, let's talk about the worksheet first, okay? Because the journal is a little more tricky. Okay, so this is the worksheet, worksheet 41. If you have time, you can work on that. If you don't, that's okay. This one's optional, meaning you don't have to do it, but it's a good thing if you do, okay? So the person in all these pictures, his name is Jack. So Jack will go here. And likes is a sight word we learned earlier. So we are going to write likes in this row 3 more times. And then you have to figure out what he likes. And so the first one is Jack likes jam. So you would trace all this and cross out the word jam. And now, do you remember what those are? Perfect. Those are Jacks. And so you want to look up here. If you didn't remember those were Jacks, you want to read these other words and decide which one it would be. So let's sound this out. J-A-T-S, jets. And J-A-K-S, jacks. And J-A-K-E-T-S, jackets. So you have to write Jack likes and then figure out which word fits in there. That is worksheet 41. And the last thing is to write dialogue. And it's kind of like we did over here when I said Mrs. Epley said lip flips are fun. Mrs. Karen said lip flips can also be called tongue twisters. So in your journal, you want to draw a picture, and then if you want, you can have the speech balloons up by the people in there, and down below you want to write the dialogue. So that would be just like you have here. It shows the people talking, and then it shows the dialogue down below. Okay? So that is the journal activity and the worksheet and pages 28 and 29. That is the end of this lesson.